Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your
The
Trace.
new one cares.
You're fun.
It's
My
now.
yes, that's Nels. And yes, y'all, we are here for taking it back to the A1 day one where we start. Well, kind of where we started, yeah,
Yeah.
with the 90 day of the other way, season 6, episode 1. Some about my best friend's meddling. Yeah, because it was
Yep.
supposed
My
to be
best
like my
friend's
best
meddling.
friend's
Yep.
right. But yeah, y'all, we wanted to say thank you. I mean, it came full circle. Here we are doing 90 day, and we are thanking you for getting us to our 1K 31 something. I don't know, but we still growing and glowing. I can appreciate it. I just
Right.
love to wake up every morning and be like, good God, God is good. You know, God is real good. So we want to thank you for making our fourth super
Yep.
memorable. For those that didn't see my post on the community wall, thank you guys over and over. We appreciate the love, the unwavering support. And y'all, like I said, if we can grow this fast, we before we know it, we're gonna be at 2,000. So all I'm gonna say is, like I tell you all the time, if you got 5 friends and they got 5 friends and they send it to their 5 friends, and let's just keep growing and glowing and doing that. But we do appreciate it, and we probably will go live on Tuesday to do our Sip and Shade live and do our hot topics. And of course, will be a hot topic on the bar. But yeah, so if y'all want to come through, show some love, and we'd love to show our love and appreciation for y'all as well. That'll be Tuesday, more than likely at 10 o'clock. But yeah, so y'all, let's get into this new band of fools and characters. I'm just happy we got new characters, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not here for the repeats. I'm not. I'm really not. I already told Nels, if she hopefully she gets them and they fall on her, because if they fall in my lap and I
I
don't feel
already
like
got one of them.
covering it, guess what? I'm not. Okay. Okay. So that's just where I stand. But y'all, let's get into it and let's get shady.
Oh, I forgot my drink.
Terrible. Hit 1K and don't know how to act. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. We meet our first new couple. It's James and I believe Tata.
Hmm.
Her real name is Meitalia, I believe. He's 33, she's 27. James is an elevator mechanic from New Gloucester, Maine. Sound real cold, real rainy, exactly like it looked. Um, and she is from Cilacap, Indonesia. She's from Indonesia, y'all.
She said it different than the way it's spelled. So
Oh, okay. Look, that's me going back to my elementary trying to sound it out. So he says that his job is one of the most dangerous jobs. I didn't realize this, but apparently working on elevators, can be
well, I
very
didn't
like.
know it was a dangerous job, but I didn't know it was like the top 10 in the world.
I didn't realize that either. And then he out here in the woods mining, but we'll get into that. So, but apparently it's a family owned business.
I just
What?
thought about it. I wonder because some of her stuff, some of her jewelry is crystals. I wonder if they use what he mines for her jewelry.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Hmm.
Okay, look at Nels, because I said if this man don't get a hobby that's outside of this.
He got
Um,
the
so
business.
So as Nell said, he's really into the outdoors. Now they've been married for 2 years now. They were together for 5. Apparently they met on social media. And we learned that Tata is apparently a little bit jealous. She has a jealousy issue. Um, and then I was upset because he had her sitting outside in the rain while he looks for these rocks. And that's why
in
I said
in the hail.
in the hell. And then my thing is, she wondering why she got these lymph node, these throat issues. One, because she out there with no coat on. I just, I
With literally ice in her hair.
maybe you just need a more considerate husband, or maybe you need to take your ass inside. I'm not trying to be mean. I understand that people have lymph node. I'm one of them. I get it, but I know that if I put myself in that situation, I can't be upset when I'm flared up the next day and I can't swallow it. I understand what kind of triggers it.
He said it's her culture to do what your husband says.
Well, so anyway, he proposed to her 5 days after meeting her in person. Tata decided that, as Nell said, she wanted to follow her husband. So she moved to America, but she's miserable as hell. She's sick. She's seen several doctors and they keep bouncing her around. So she thinks that she needs to go back to Indonesia for her health because she really wants to have some babies. And then this is the thing I didn't understand. James has a secret that, I do understand it now. He has a secret that he's been keeping from her, but he doesn't want to tell her because he knows that she won't take it well. And then when you learn the secret, I was like, well, damn, James, that was kind of messed up to just wait. I don't know about I don't know about James, y'all. So then we see them try to go, I guess, sell some records, pawn some old records, and they don't get nothing for it because don't nobody want it, ain't nobody listening to it but them. But we learned that she's leaving before him and he's supposed to follow a month after, but he hasn't told his parents anything. And mind you, he's working for the family business, so he fears that if he says something that they'll basically won't let him work anymore, and be like, well, fine, just quit, and then they won't have any money to take over to Indonesia. But I understand Tata's plight, where I want to be honest, I don't want them looking at me crazy, like, oh, I just stole you away from them. And you really aren't giving them an explanation. And she's also worried that once he tells them and she's not there to really say anything or speak up, they're basically going to convince him to stay in America, which I can understand her fear in that too. So I don't know, but he's like, no, but I just need to stay and make some more money because we're not going to have no money when we go over there. And that's his whole biggest thing. So then we see her link up with.
Oh, he's a deceitful little thing.
That's why I said I don't know about this.
And in fact, she keeps talking about some, I know him and we don't hold any secret. Girl, that's not what it's giving.
Right. So then we see her link up with this friend of hers, Adele. They decide they're gonna make some jewelry because this is what she's been doing while James has been at work all the time to keep herself busy outside of
money.
Right, and making a little bit of money. So then she shares her secret with a friend that she's moving back to Indonesia tomorrow. I said, you ain't even get a girl to give a chance to give you a going away or nothing.
Nothing.
But so she explains about the health conditions and how she wants to be healthy so she can have a baby. So that's when Adele burst her bubble and said, but when I talked to old boy, he said he was on the fence about having kids. So now she's all upset because he didn't have that conversation with her. And, but she said that she's not going to address it right then. And so
actually, she said they did have that conversation in the very beginning. He told her he wanted kids. So that would be a bold-faced lie.
Well,
not an omission.
That part. So then we see him preparing to leave. Or her preparing to leave. And that's when James drops the bomb on her that they won't be able to take the dog with them. And this is very upsetting to her because obviously she has a very close bond with the dog because the dog has been at home with her when James has. And when he's been at work, he's very emotional about her leaving. She decides to leave the conversation or table the conversation about the kids when he gets to Indonesia because now she's upset about the dog. And
she wants to leave in peace.
Right. And but she's obviously very emotional because he explains to her, I did like his explanation. Now, to her point, I thought you said you got this taken care of. His point was, I guess they have something going on or testing or whatever. If that dog has anything, I guess the way they deal with it, they ain't gonna let the dog come back home. They're gonna put the dog down.
Mm-hmm. So and apparently he's worried about the dog getting rabies or something over there. But he said that he didn't want to tell her because he knew she wouldn't want to go. He's more worried about her health.
All right, James. I don't know how I feel about you. Y'all drop down in the comments. James is giving a little, I don't know, y'all. Y'all know usually I can peep it, but he's giving me boy vibes. I definitely thought he was going to tell her something else.
I thought so too. That he had a baby on the way or something. I thought it was going to be something serious.
Right.
I mean, not that this ain't, but I just thought it was going to be like craziness.
Right.
Next up is Tracy's favorite, but somehow I got them. Okay. Sarper and Shekinah.
She's better than me because I told her she didn't have to cover him, but she clearly found something she wanted to talk about.
So we immediately get a sneak peek of Sarper and Shekinah's bedroom. They're role playing virtually. Apparently, this is the thing that they do. Now he wants to change names. She says she's taking it too far, and it's probably because he's slept with 2,500 women that any name could be somebody that he slept with before. And because I was like, yeah, he can't even change the name, but I was like, he's probably been with every different name,
right?
So
he's been with Latanya, Susie, Delisha, Rakarisha,
girl, and you know he's from Istanbul, so the names can look, not even things that we can even think of,
right?
So yeah, I'm really not gonna get into their history because if you watched our previous reviews, you would know their history.
And I'll make sure I put the link so y'all can go back and watch previous reviews.
Yes. But so what we didn't know, okay, so she did move to Istanbul 4 months after they were dating, and then she left because they got into a whole argument about him wanting to have kids. She didn't. She was like, I told you from the get-go, this is not what I wanted to do. Now apparently they got over that. He said, you know what, I'm gonna let her make her decision herself. And now she's due to come back in a week.
Well, see, okay, I will say I got something different when I did watch it, and this is how bad it was. I didn't even take notes. But one thing that I did get, he ain't got no money.
So, but
no American Express.
That's partly her fault. Now, she said that, she was coming back to the U.S. every 5 weeks to spend time with her daughter. But then her and Sarper, were having financial issues. And, she can't practice esthetician there. So, she just kind of came back to the U.S. and stayed and has been there for about 3 months now. Now, she believes that he's been faithful to her. He said basically, she knows every move that I make. I mean, if I don't text her back, she turns into a bitch, and he don't want none of that. Okay. And he said that he really doesn't like that because it feels like he's being interrogated, basic the questioning and the things like that. And they actually it almost turned into an argument. He was like, listen, don't ruin the mood. I got you here in lingerie on video chat. What we not about to do is discuss this. Okay. But she feels like this is the issue that's been hindering their relationship. And it's time for them basically to be together again. Now, this man said this is the longest time.
My soul.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to listen to you, but she really irritates my soul.
So he says this is the longest time that he's been away from Shekinah. And basically, he's so anxious that he's up here counting rice. And then starts counting the people in the cars outside his window. He thinks it's like OCD. And this is why he started counting the females that he's been messing with. Because this is a thing that he does. Okay, he started counting up the girls. That's how he knows it was 2,500 or more. My thing is, you probably know the exact number. He just don't want to sound too disgusting. Okay,
2,500 was already disgusting.
He told her between 2,500 and 3,000. I think he know the exact number. Now he said that he would try. Basically, back in the day, he would try to sleep with 5 women a day, but it would be like 4.5 because he didn't really finish. So he counted them as a half of a person, apparently. But now Shekinah is the only woman that he's sleeping with. I don't know how she believes this. So we did see, he was on like uncle duty or whatever. He's playing with his little niece Daphne, playing dress up. He said he's not just a big man with muscles, okay? He's a little softy sometimes. He said the iceberg under the water, but not everybody gets to see it. So then he starts talking to his homegirl, his like sister, Fuzin.
That was his sister-in-law.
Oh, was it his sister-in-law?
That's his brother's wife. That's his brother's wife. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now he said that he shares a lot of his secrets with her, but not all of them because he slept with a bunch of her friends and she don't even know about it. But clearly she's gonna find out now. Now they was discussing Shekinah's return, and he said that he's been suffering without her. The tickets were super expensive, but she's worth it. Now he says he doesn't have any savings and his finances are limited, but it's because he can't have any female clients because Shekinah does not want that. And this has cut his income by 90%. And he has no more savings left. 90% is a huge damn number. So they feeling like,
they're
damn,
both stupid. They're both
they
stupid.
feeling like, damn, when you gonna set some boundaries with this woman? And he was like, basically, she knew I was a hoe. She knows my hoish ways. So I get it. I understand why she feels some type of way about it. And this is something I agreed to. Okay. I understand the trust issues, but what I don't mess with is the bitchiness, and we're gonna have to do something about that when she get back to Turkey. I'm back from Turkey. We gonna have to she gonna have to chill on that. Okay, we're gonna do something about that. Now, Shekinah went to go hang out with her friends at the dog groomers because she said she left her dog last time and she ain't doing it again. So she went to go get I don't remember the dog's name, but she went to go get the dog groomed, okay? And she's telling her friends basically about the same agreement that her and Sarper made. Now, what Sarper did not mention was that he told her also that she can't do her LA events. So he can't have female clients and she can't do her LA events. So they're both kind of hurting a little bit. I think him more than her. And you know, her friends basically feel like this is the problem because they're like, girl, this is not you at all. You be
Right.
outside. Okay. Now her friends really don't like the idea that she's going back to Istanbul and ask, girl, why he can't move here? She was like, well, you know what? Actually, we applied for the K1 visa, but it takes you know, it could take a few years. So that's why I'm going there. And they feel like
it'll take up until the next season of 90 Day Fiance to be approved.
They feel like, girl, like he didn't even propose and marriage wouldn't even be on the table if y'all weren't talking about moving. So red flag, red flag. Okay. And then, you know, then she let her friends know that basically she's getting her nose done. She likes telling all like the bad things, like, and just all at one time too. So she let her friends know that
I was never with her friend. Her friend was like, I can't sit here and fake
yeah,
it.
I can't. So she said she was getting her nose done and Sarper designed it. Her friends looked at her like, what? Girl, this is a huge red flag. And she kind of she don't see it, poor baby. You know, she said that basically she wants this surgery.
She's stupid. She
Said
this.
She wants this surgery and she trusts him. So, and her friend is basically like, girl, yeah, like Tree said, I can't sit here and fake it. Like, fake the funk. This dude is a red flag. And I don't see how you don't see it.
And she's getting her nose done, but let's be real, he's not paying for it.
Well, he's here.
So why should he have an input on how your nose look like?
That's what she like. That's what she like. She like him to rule her world.
I guess so. That's just so not cute to me. All right, let's get into this. Jesus Christ. Josh and Lilly. Josh.
Yeah, I felt like I was on MTV Cribs.
I love Lilly. I like Lilly. It's Josh for me. So we meet Josh and Lilly. I didn't get Lily's age. I don't know how I missed that.
She's 46.
Oh, she's 46. Okay. So Josh is from
Hangzhou, China.
I think I did get that. But Josh is from Bluffton, South Carolina, and he has decided that he's going to quit his job to move to China with his wife, Lilly. He likes to play Legos and remote control cars and video games. And he
used to be a big kid. It's giving he's still a big kid.
Right. He's at home with his parents. And then we learn that he has this condition called misophonia, which is a hatred of sounds, like people chewing while they're eating, that gives him great anxiety. And I said, did you make this up? But I guess not, because he said he's been dealing with it all his life. And his parents were like, well, you didn't get your headphones. We're not going to stop eating. So did you bring your headphones to breakfast? And I said, well, I can appreciate that because you're in my house now. After you turn 18.
What was weird to me, though, is how does everybody else bother you, but not Lilly eating or drinking?
I don't think he's been around long enough yet. But anyway, he met Lilly on the app trying to learn Mandarin, and she wanted to learn English. And then apparently that went left because he thought she was so attractive. And then they started, dating, courting or whatever. And then after 2 years, she came to America to visit. He proposed to her. They went to Vegas and they got married.
18 days later.
Right. Lilly never planned on staying because she has a successful cosmetic business in China. He gets a visit from his brother, Jared, who plans to accompany him on this trip to China. And Jared questions, like, what are you going to do if this don't work out? Because you done sold your house, you done sold your furniture, you done quit your job. And he's like, well, he can't work until he gets the marriage visa. And, he worries about having to depend on her financially. And then we see Lilly, who is a boss that lives, as Nell said, Hangzhou City,
She got
China.
room for both. She has a whole
She
room for
got
both.
in her house. She built her company from the ground up, and her business is done very well. She's proud of her accomplishments. She's even building a movie room for Josh. And she says she spent so much money on this home. And of course, this worries Josh because she's like, I spent a lot of money, a lot. But I want to do this for you, but it's a lot of money. She keeps reminding him, okay? And Josh, who's been married twice before, says that, he's trying to figure out how to be a better husband because he feel like Lilly ain't gonna be able to put up with his brokenness. And then we got Ashley 2.0.
Jesus Christ. Corona.
This is just Ashley 2.0.
She is 30. She's from Philadelphia, PA. And then we have Ingi, who's 38. I can't pronounce
you got the K in there. You got the K in there because I didn't.
I can't pronounce the part of Iceland he's from, but he's from Iceland. Now
Reykjavik.
What's that again?
Reykjavik is what I'm gonna say. Pronounce.
You know what? I thought I'll go with that. I'll go with that. I think that was very good. That was very good.
Thanks.
So first thing we see of her, I'm not gonna lie, I thought she had OnlyFans. Okay, because she's in front of the camera doing all types of positions, trying to bounce. It didn't look sexy at all. But I mean, people pay for what they like. Right. And then she's talking to her animals, talking about making the money. Okay. But come to find out, she's actually a doula. Okay. And she's doing birthing positions that, make it easier for you to give birth. Now she said that she's witnessed at least 1,000 births. She graduated from Penn. First of all, I had to get this. Okay. She said she graduated from Penn with her bachelor's of science in nursing with a 4.0 GPA. Is giving black girl magic. I said,
she was doing her thing.
I said, okay. She said her ultimate.
The rest of her story sound even dumber, but go ahead.
You can't have it all, girl. She book smart. That might be about it. Now she said her ultimate goal is to be a midwife. She wants to deliver 10,000 babies in her lifetime. She clearly has a love for vagina. Okay. She said she grew up an army brat. She rebelled, got kicked out, and never came back. She said she was living on her own at 16 and to pay the bills. She was a go-go dancer and put herself through college, making straight A's. Okay. She said that she plans to be moving to Iceland in 2 weeks to be with the love of her life, Ingi. They met when she went to visit Iceland. Now, this is something I want to do. It wasn't necessarily Iceland, but definitely want to go see the Northern Lights.
Iceland's beautiful, though.
Huh?
I heard Iceland is really nice.
No. I just want to go where the Northern Lights are. But yes, it could definitely be Iceland. Now, she said that basically she was partying until 5 a.m. Then she went to some after party she really didn't want to be at. So she was being a little bitchy. And she thinks that, she ran into him. And she thinks that he picked up on it. And he let her take a nap in his bed. She was like, oh, he's the one. This is a quality guy. Because who does that? Let a complete stranger. Girl, you could have had fleas. I definitely wouldn't have. I'm definitely not let you sleep in my bed. But we got a couch, the floor, something. But
there's the door.
Exactly. But apparently Ingi is a quality guy because of this. So of course she felt the need to DM him the next day and go out on a date. Okay. She said it went so well they continued talking even when she got back to Philly. A few months later she invited him.
Or did he seem I don't know. Maybe he is just a respectable guy, or maybe he just because it gave me he wasn't that into you.
Even in the pictures, to me, it looks like he's
like the fact that she's like, we went on the date and he didn't try anything, and she was like, hit him up and was like, you definitely should have kissed him.
The thing is, I don't think anything about him not trying anything. That could just be a respect thing. I don't think you're a hoe. I don't think, you know what I mean?
I don't like you're not gonna try to kiss me goodnight. Like you know what I mean?
No, I'm cool with that.
No,
because I think that you have respect for me thinking I'll tell your ass no. So to me, I don't have a problem with that. But so okay. So basically she said, she got back to Philly. They continued talking. A few months later, she invited him to Ireland for her birthday and the sparks flew. Okay. Apparently they got down with the get down because we started in the bed pictures and videos. Okay. Now, she said that he treats her like a queen and she loves him. So they need to be together forever. Okay, so she's moving to Iceland because she does not want to be apart from him any longer. She said before she leaves, she has to let her friends Leo and their wife Chrissy know because they're pregnant and she's their birth coach. Now, Leo identifies as non-binary and they met in the nursing program. She said they're non-binary as F, literally pregnant belly and full beard. I just love how she's just so like blunt about it. Okay. Right. Now, Leo said that they picked her basically because as the birth coach because they knew that, you know, she would advocate for them in the delivery room. She let them know that she's leaving to move to Iceland and she's going to fly back specifically for their birth. She said she's going to go to midwifery. I don't know why it sounds so weird to me saying it like that.
Yeah.
Midwifery school at the University of Iceland, but she's literally giving up her guaranteed spot that she tried twice for, her guaranteed spot at Penn University for a spot that she's going to have to apply for in Iceland. Now she said to the corona that, you know, that everybody knew 2 years ago, basically she would have never done anything like this and would have been looking at this corona like you're a dumb bitch. Okay, because you're doing all of this for what? Some dude and for love. What's wrong with you? Okay. But she said that she, you know, she's already made up her mind. She's going to still pursue her dreams. She's going to do it with her person now. But she feels like, you know, Ingi is worth it and it's worth the gamble. But her friends don't necessarily agree because they haven't even discussed engagement. Okay. They haven't discussed whether she's his person.
Right.
And this is not necessarily something she's planning on doing before she even leaves. But she knows that she has to talk to them about it. But it sounds like it was a conversation that needed to be had ahead of time.
Before you decided you was up and moving.
Now she goes out, she goes to Dallas to go talk to her family. Okay, this is nothing new. This is apparently something she does every 2 to 3 times a year.
Family got some sense, so she's hoping the family can talk some sense into her. That's the only reason you go see them.
No, because the family said, don't matter what we say, she's gonna do whatever she want to do anyway. She's just going to tell them. Literally, just tell them. She said that basically the further away she moves, the closer that they get. That's just the way it is. So maybe they'll be stupid. Maybe they'll be like this once she moves to Iceland. But she said, you know what? I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off and let them know that she's moving to Iceland. That's exactly what she did once they wanted to know about Ingi. And basically, the fact she's moving in 2 weeks with a man that they barely even know, she barely even knows. The family is disappointed. They bring up some valid concerns. Okay, even call this man a possible. Okay, and really, what really upset them was her giving up her spot in midwifery school in order to go apply in Iceland for some dude that they think is a huge red flag, who's never been in a relationship before and hasn't met anybody. They have plenty of valid concerns, but it doesn't matter to her because she's in love and she's going. Now, what they did bring up that I think she's thinking twice about was her anger issues. They was like, did you snap on him yet? And she said no. She said that she has been soft partnering. I actually like that term. I really like that.
I knew you would.
I did. I like that. I like that term. She said that he does. It's not fair for her to unleash the angry Black woman on his soft ass. Okay. And basically they told her, okay, girl, he's in love with somebody that's not even the real you. Okay. And basically they told her time will tell, but it's not looking promising, boo. Because she said there has been a terrible time where she had to bite her damn tongue. She breathes through it. Well, that's part of the reason why she's not even asking the questions about the engagement or if I'm your person or listen, I don't care how soft I'm trying to be. I need clarity. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's a part of the 4 C's. It should be clarity. All right. Well, yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this recap of the 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 6, Episode 1. Looks like it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun and fools as usual.
And it looks like a hell of a lot of people from the past will be
Well,
back.
no, I think it's only Shekinah and Sarper, and then I think Statler and Dempsey are the only ones that return. Everybody else should be new.
Okay.
And even then, I just hate that they pick people like we really don't care to see. Like, I could have cared less about Shekinah and Sarper, and I damn sure could care less about Statler and Dempsey. And especially because we know they ain't together no more. Sorry, spoiler alert. I'm sorry to ruin the season for you. They're not together no more. But anyway, so
I'm,
yeah,
I'm surprised that they made it to this
to this
season.
point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that y'all hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you've subscribed.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. Yeah, y'all, we will catch y'all next week for another recap. We'll try to be a little more timely, but we'll catch you next week for another recap of, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even realize the show came on. But anyway, we'll catch y'all next week for another recap of the 90 Day Fiancé the other way. Have a good night, and thank you again for your support. Bye-bye.